Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Forgotten Stream. Tonight I am going to be alone and I am going to be presenting a Trackmania match between Crazy Machine Chicks 2 and 2 Novas 2. We are competing in Division 3 of United League Reborn 4 in Trackmania United Forever. This is round 6 of the group stage, and let's see what's going to happen. We have the absolute worst map pack of the whole league so far this week. We have Bay, Coast, Desert and Rally, and all of the maps are terrible. Let's see. Let's see how the match is going to go. I'm expecting Tn2 to get a comfortable victory here, because they are bloody strong, they are trained according to Dedimania. It looks like we have decided the map order. What's 2, 3? So yeah, out of the we decided on the map order. We have Bay, Coast, Desert and Rally. I'm not going to be driving the Bay map, which is good. It is called Fortunate Sun, built by Tim, apparently his first ever serious Bay track. Wish he hadn't built it. This is a tough to learn track, which is pretty keyboard friendly, and this is going to be crashy, like properly crashy, with all of these chicanes and everything. Gets it a little bit wrong and you are out. Yes, and we do have a penis skin on Andy's car. Typical Trezen. Hey Hardcore, are you not going to be driving tonight? So it looks like the Tn2 lineup is going to be Zippy, Jonny and Andy, and we will have Wormi, Sepe and Rez for the CMC side. What's that in terms of controllers? Zippy and Jonny, I believe, believe are using gamepads, and Andy is a keyboard warrior to this day. Wormi, Sepe and Rez are all gamepad drivers. You have resigned? Why is that? So the drivers driven 2 rounds so far, and we have a few 58s, 3 guys with 57s. This is pretty intense. Zychrome, or however your nickname is supposed to be pronounced. I don't want Jonny to win, he's on the opposing team. I want my teammates to win. And let it be Wormi for this map. He really likes the track, good for him. $57.19 on keyboard in Division 3. The warm-up is over. Let's see who is going to win this map. Hopefully CMC, but I don't have my hopes too high up. That's nice. Friends joining to watch. Okay. The lights are out and away we go. The first round. We do have 6 players on the board. Jonny with a good start in the lead right away. Rez didn't have the best of starts, 0.3 seconds down. Zippy, Jonny and Andy are already taking the lead. Let's see. Ooh, Rez has crashed. That is unfortunate. Wormi, Sepe and Andy are fighting out for the 3rd place, but the first 2 positions are firmly in the clutches of Tn2, namely Zippy and Jonny. And it does look like it's going to be a Tn2 domination, just as I predicted. Can Sepe do anything about it? Nope. It is going to be 1, 2 and 3 for Tn2 with 257s, which is frankly insane for Division 3. Round 2. Much better start from the Tn2 drivers. Wormi crashes at the checkpoint, that will drop him right back. Sepe sliding out, and that leaves only Rez fighting Zippy for 3rd position, which is definitely not going to be enough to take the round win for the team, and he made a mistake and dropped back. And once again we have 3 Tn2 drivers out in front, Oh, that's a bad crash for Rez. Andy's leading, followed by Zippy and Jonny. And it looks like another 1-2-3 round for Tn2. It is indeed 57-37. These guys have been training hard. Yeah, I hope they're not going to lose their motivation, which can happen when your opponent is clearly faster. Round 3. Zippy, Jonny, Andy once again with a great start. Rez and Wormi and Sepe are still in the mix, but they are just lacking pace. Ooh, I think, Rez crashing then. Sepe still trying to catch up with Wormi. Zippy made a mistake, and he was momentarily ahead of behind Sepe, but he got his position back. And ooh, Zippy with a crash. That will be the first 1-2 round then for the Tn2 drivers. Andy with yet another 57, and that will indeed be 1-2. And even if Zippy hadn't finished, it would still have been a round win for Tn2. 3-0 for the blue side. Let's see if they're going to have any more crashes, because that looks like the only way CMC can score any points in this game. And Sepe with a mistake right there at the checkpoint. Wormi also sliding out, and I think he crashed. No, he didn't, but Rez crashed at this water road section. And once again, Jonny, Zippy and Andy are out in front, followed by Wormi. Let's see if he's going to be able to finish higher than 4th. Right now he's on course for doing just that, and with a good line he actually gained the lead. An even better line in this hairpin sees him streak past Jonny and Zippy, and he does win the round. And Andy has crashed. Wormi, the hero, doing the impossible, driving a 57. And with Andy's crash, that is 11-10 round win for CMC. Will that be the only round they score on this map? We shall see. In round 5, Rez had a good start, but he went a bit safe, dropped a few positions, and now he's in the mix between the other CMC drivers and Andy, who is lagging behind in this particular round. But Jonny and Zippy are once again in 1st and 2nd, and that is a familiar sight. And Rez has crashed, but Andy must have crashed even more. Sepe still crashing. Yes, Andy had crashed indeed. But Jonny and Zippy with positions 1 and 2. Oh my god, Sepe. Doing the impossible. Yes, the game is, well, every map is played until 7 points won by one of the teams, but there has to be a gap of at least 2 points. So if it is 6-6, it won't end at 7, it will go all the way until there is a gap. And in round 6, yet again, another good start from the Tn2 drivers. Wormi trying desperately to do something about these guys. He's currently in 3rd, but not for long, because Andy had a better line in that hairpin. But Zippy has crashed. But it will not matter too much, because Jonny and Andy with a double 57 will assure the round win. 5-1 for the blue team. Yes, it does look like it's going to end pretty quickly. Potentially 2 more rounds to go. Another good start from the Tn2 side. Wormi also with a quick start. Let's see if he's going to keep it up. Rez momentarily catching up with Wormi, but going too safe. And dropping behind. Andy in last at the moment. Wormi with a good line. Jonny with a small mistake. But no position changes at the front. Andy getting ahead of Sepe and Rez. Wormi desperately trying. And actually overtaking Zippy, but not for long, because Zippy is fighting back. He touched the wall there. Can Wormi do anything else? No, he can't. He slides in the last turn. Still gets a 57, but he is in 4th position. And that is yet another round win for Tn2. 6-1 map point. If they win this round, they win the map. Good start by Zippy and Wormi, but Wormi, with a clip on the edge of that mesh. Jonny with a crash, and that is something I am not used to seeing. Zippy is far away in the lead, followed by Sepe and Rez, and Sepe with a mistake. Andy catching up with Rez. A good line there, sees him overtake Rez. Rez actually losing more time on those banked grid sections. Fighting back, however, with Andy. Andy with tighter lines. And Andy has crashed. That was a bad crash, and Rez still finishes 3rd despite hitting the apex of a hairpin. And yeah, with Jonny and Andy crashing, it is actually the 2nd round win for CMC. But Zippy with 57-18, that is just illegal for Division 3. 6-2. 4 rounds to win for CMC to get it into tennis mode. Can they do it? Highly doubt that. But let's see, I've seen crazier things happen in Trackmania. Andy out in front from Zippy and Rez with a slide. And that is 3 Tn2 drivers in the first 3 positions. If it stays that way, that is going to end right there. Wormi and Sepe were trying to get their noses ahead of the blue cars with little success. The Tn2s are driving in a tight pack. Jonny has crashed at that hairpin. Doesn't matter too much because we still have 1 and 2 for Tn2 with another double. 57, Wormi only 3rd, and that is First map going the way of Tn2. Convincing performance from Tn2. Something I was expecting. Zychrome, you must be happy seeing Jonny win this. And now into Coast. This is a map built by Kiwi Ninja. It's called Kasumi. Kiwi Ninja is a CMC player. He is actually from New Zealand. Fun fact, unless somebody isn't aware. Well, let's take a quick look at the map. I'm not really well versed in Coast, and I didn't train this map a lot, so I cannot say anything about it. Yeah, there's a start, some gear tricks here. Into this coastal section, up the hill, right-hander, some elevation changes, GP section, this tricky turn where you can slide, some chicanes. Let's go into the tunnels. Another chicane, and 90 right at the exit, which is quite blind, not something you anticipate. And then this tightening, well, this is uphill, and then it connects straight into a tightening turn. Tricky bit there. This transition into another GP part, another blind uphill, going into a right-hander, nothing of interest there, and an off-road finish with an obstacle right in the middle of the track. I think I saw most players going to the right, some people will go to the left probably. I don't know, let's see. Well, it's not like we didn't expect it, that result, Zychrome. Coast I expect to be more competitive. I would probably still favor Tn2, but I would say CMCs actually have a fighting chance. They need to crash as little as possible. Let's see if I can get mix on the casting crew. Let's actually join a voice channel in Discord. Oh, he's actually there. Hello, Mix.
Hey, how are you doing?
Yeah, pretty good. Watching us lose the first map to a dominant Tn2.
I caught the last round.
So, how did your match go?
Well, we lost.
Did you take any maps?
No, we only played 2 maps today, and we lost them. Coast we lost 7-2, and Alpine we lost 7-0. But it was a good match. I mean, we got kind of crushed, and I mean, it's interesting. I thought, especially with that Alpine map, there's, you know, a risk of hating it. And so it was kind of interesting that first of all, there's that risk, and we lost at 7-0, and still it was a really enjoyable match. I mean, for me anyway. So, yeah, interesting how these things go sometimes. We did lose 4 rounds on that map at 11-10, which is maybe some kind of record. But, oh well. And Coast, they were just way too strong. We had no chance. So I don't know how we even won 2 rounds on them. But there you go.
Yeah, I actually saw Zalon with a daddy top 2 in rounds, I think.
Oof.
That is pretty much D1 level, to say the least. And then
Well, I don't think they didn't drive a 107 in match. I don't think. I think the lowest was at a 108.06 or maybe an 02. But yeah,
that is still illegal stuff for Division 4.
yeah. Unfortunately, we didn't have everyone on our team that we had hoped to be there tonight, so that really didn't help. But anyway, I think certainly on Coast they would have beaten us regardless.
Yeah, and I was talking about this map potentially being a bit better for the CMC² squad, but as I'm looking at the times the Tn2 drivers are currently driving, I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, well, that's pretty fast. Also, yeah, that's kind of what we were facing, but we'll see. Looking at that warm-up CMC times 109.19, 941, and 1074. That's not promising.
Yeah, considering that the Tn2 guys had 2 drivers doing 108s.
Yeah.
2 more drivers doing 109s.
And a 4-0 result in that warm-up, although it was 5 versus 4 with me messing around. So maybe not representative, so we'll just see if there are going to be crashes. As we know, that can make all the difference. So TANT.
Okay, then we have Jonny, another Andy, and Zippy against Jake, Rez, and Angelhard on Coast. And Rez taking early lead, followed by Zippy, Jonny, Angelhard, and Jake. But Rez, I think he had a small slide there. Zippy got in front of him. And now, Zippy has crashed, and Rez fought his way into the lead, followed by 3 CMC drivers and Jonny. And Jonny is small slide, quickly corrected, but he is in 4th. And let's see if the red team can keep it up. Angel with a small slide also manages to correct it. It is oh so close at the top. Well, I mean, Rez is 0.4 ahead of the rest, but that second position is not done yet. Angelhard with a slide, Jake with a mistake, and Jonny and Zippy do manage to take 2nd and 3rd, but with Andy finishing last. And that is sufficient for an 11-10 round win for CMC.
Yeah, that was a squeaker, but certainly CMC have picked up the times there. So we'll just see TNT regroup. They have let CMC get into it. Well, it's too tight really. I mean, I'm looking at checkpoint positions, but it doesn't matter. Everyone's changing except for Zippy, who is well out in front. 0.4 lead, but everyone else sticking together. But now, Jonny and Rez pull out a little bit. Andy, no, not Andy is still there. Who was that crashing? That was Jake. Oops. So Jake falling 2 seconds behind. That's going to make it very difficult for CMC now. Rez will need to get into first to make anything happen at all. He's actually being chased down by Andy and Jonny. And if Zippy holds on to that lead, it's looking good for Tn2 right now. And of course, mistakes can happen at the finish here, but Zippy goes out and Rez, Andy, Jonny, and that's a Tn2 round. Yeah, this finish has a lot of potential for slides, and you can get a bit too close to the trees and have a bump, or...
Yes, and you can also crash into a sign on the road entrance, and that is always nasty.
Yeah.
You lose way too much time there. So a good effort from Rez, but no support from his teammates. Angelhard with a small crash right at the start. Andy with a slide. Zippy, Rez and Jonny leading away. Angelhard trying to join the fray. Ooh, Rez with a mistake, dropping heaps of time. Angelhard fighting hard, but that is not quite enough to get him ahead of Jonny. Jake is also trying his best, but Jonny is holding on, and Angelhard made a mistake and he crashed. Ooh, Jonny has crashed. So we have Zippy from Jake, Andy, Rez, Jonny and Angelhard, and that is definitely a Tn2 round unless something is going to happen towards the end. Ooh, and Jake has crashed. So that looks like a 1-2 for the blue side. It will be indeed. And they take another round.
Yeah, with two 109s there. And that kind of time is reachable for the CMC drivers, so I say it's going to be a little bit about consistency. Of course, you always want to push because, you know, one more place is one more point, and we have seen a 10-11 round already in this map. So we fight for every position. Zippy again pulling out into first place, chased by Rez. A familiar scene as Andy crashes and falls back into last place. Jonny fighting with Jake, but Rez makes a mistake, and that's costly. It allows Angelhard to catch up and Andy to go past, so this leaves and Jake sliding in the tunnel puts Tn2 into the first three positions. Zippy and Jonny should be thinking about just going safe at this point, and that's going to force CMC are going to have to push and chase. It's not lost yet, but they are relying on Tn2 to get sloppy. In fact, it looked like CMC got sloppy there with a couple of mistakes, and that's pretty much it over. Unless Tn2 have a catastrophic finish. Zippy, Jonny and Andy bring it in safely.
Yes, and Zippy with a 1:08.54, a very good time. 100th of his best match time so far. And it is a 2 points lead for Tn2. And let's see if CMCs are going to regroup. Round 5. Angelhard with a small slide. And then on this downhill, no mistakes from anyone. Zippy seems to be in front once again. Angelhard sliding away. Zippy, by the way, was originally registered in the TNT's first team, but he was swapped with Novem, the Island Pro, and now he's dominating Division. Ooh, Andy with a mistake. He's dominating Division 3 with Tn2. Rez, ooh, Jake makes a mistake. Let's see if Rez is going to do anything about Zippy's lead. As things stand, he would have to overtake Zippy in order to get the round win for CMC, but no, Angelhard made a mistake and Rez himself made a mistake. And it is a 1-2 round once again. 108.46 for Zippy. Another great time.
Yeah, Rez was pushing hard to get first place there, and obviously just went a little bit too hard, but that's what he had to do to have any chance of getting that round. So you take your risks at sensible points, which is what he did, and it just didn't work out this time. But we'll see, with Tn2 ahead 4-1 at this point, then CMC really need to be thinking about pulling back some points. As if they haven't been trying already. But you know what I mean. Zippy out in front again. Chased by Andy, but it's a tight pack. Jake gets a bug, I think, on the ditch there, and has a hard crash. So Rez again in second, splitting Zippy and Andy. Angelhard falling in fourth, and Rez slides out. So now Tn2 have got a 1-2. And Jonny is threatening Rez even. Rez with a good turn. Pulls up a small amount of time, not much, but Tn2 have got this round at the moment. Unless they have a mistake at the front. Andy makes a slight mistake, Rez makes a bigger mistake, but it doesn't change the positions or the result. And another Tn2 round, it's 5-1.
Yes, a bit too sloppy on the CMC side, and Zippy is dominating at the moment. He has scored 34 points out of 36 possible, and the score is 5-1 for the Tn2 side. Do CMC have an answer? Jake with a mistake early on, almost a second behind. Zippy once again first, chased by Rez and Angelhard, but Jonny and Andy are not giving up and staying right there in the mix. Andy with a good line there, getting just ahead of Angelhard, but they are neck and neck. Andy with a small mistake, and Jake is still in last, so unless Zippy or anyone else makes a big mistake, this is going to be another Tn2 round. Let's see how it's going to unfold. Rez is doing his best, but he's not quite able to close the gap to Zippy. Will there
Jake getting close.
Close but no cigar, and Rez with a big crash at the finish. Finishes last. Map point for Tn2.
Coming that last road turn, Jake had better speed, it was looking good for him, but just slid out a little bit. And of course with Rez making a mistake as well, it wouldn't have made a difference. Anyway, so there goes Zippy again. As you say, Division 1 level. But Angelhard is chasing him this time. That's a tight pack. Angelhard, Rez, and Andy. Andy gets a slight advantage. Oh, Zippy with a mistake there, and there's a couple of bumps in the tunnel. And they all close up the top 4 positions. That leaves not much in it. Angelhard and Andy swapping positions on every turn. And now Rez getting past Andy, but it's back and forth. This is not quite enough for CMC at the moment with 236. That is still a Tn2 win, but only by 1 point. And our chances, well, Jake is only... Oof. Well, 0.4 behind, but it's enough, and that's a Tn2 round.
Yes, they do take this round, 11-10, and it is 7-1 for Tn2.
Yeah, just Zippy just too strong there. 46 points to Rez's 30.
Yes, okay, so I'm going to play the last 2 maps, so I think I'll leave you in silence. See you after rally.
Good luck.
Thank you. Hello? Damn it. What did I miss? Microphone. Hello.
Hey,
Well, as expected, we lost 4-0. Hey!
hey, well,
Well,
that's
if I were able to drive the rally track properly, there was a chance. With me driving like that, there was no chance. And that's basically it.
so. You didn't drive to your own standards, basically, is what you feel.
Yeah, I definitely should be able to drive better, but I simply couldn't.
Well, that's life. Sometimes you have just a bad run. So that's Tn2 heading to Division 2, is it? Or, I'm not exactly sure what happens with playoffs and all this.
Yeah, I think they're going to play in Division 2.
Yeah, they certainly seem to be fast enough.
Yeah, I just couldn't drive this map any better. I mean, apart from... What did I crash? Like 3 rounds, I think? Or 4? I don't remember.
Yeah, not sure. Sorry.
Apart from those few crashed rounds, I just drove my normal pace. I couldn't be any faster. So
There
yeah.
were, I mean, three rounds on rally that were 11-10. So there were chances there, but as it goes that way.
So yeah, just allergic to this map, cannot drive it. The opponent's obviously too OP. Nothing we could do with this level of performance. And yeah, they are going to Division 2. And we are going to play a placement match against Mech. And the fact that we won 6 maps against them does not mean anything. In the best of 3, we can just as easily lose. So yeah, if we do lose against Mech, we are going into Division 4? And I think you guys are going to finish top 2 of Division 4. And you would go
Okay.
into Division 3.
That's crazy.
I hope we can dominate Division 3 or 4 at least. Well, it would be better to beat Mech, but I'm not taking anything for granted.
Well, I wonder if this system of relegation and promotion is actually going to hold, because yeah. I mean, that's just not right. I mean, there's no way that CMC3 are faster than CMC2. It's ridiculous.
Well, maybe on Desert.
So,
But
and,
anyway, yeah, do go on.
the team compositions do change a lot, especially at the lower levels, at the lower divisions, I should say. So, you know, a team having the same name. I mean, we would just rename the teams, maybe.
And reshuffle some players.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is it. We are second in Division 3. Deserved victory for Tn2. They were way too strong. And that's it, basically, for the group stage. Let's wait for the players map pack and let's see how our match against Mech goes. Do you have anything else to add?
Just looking forward to that match. Hopefully our viewers can join us for that. Thank you for watching.
Yes, thanks to everyone for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, because there will be more content coming your way soon. And the best way to keep track of it is to be subscribed to the channel. And that was it from us for tonight. Goodbye.
Cheerio.